what's going to keep you guys putting another kid in. It's not how many runs he gave up. It should be how many strikes he threw. Okay? Try to keep that in mind. You might have a kid that doesn't necessarily throw the hardest, smallest kid, but he throws strikes. He throws strikes. You can defend a hit. You cannot defend a walk. I don't care how hard the kid throws. If he's all over the place, I'm going with the kid that's throwing strikes. Okay? So keep that in mind. Okay? And kind of use that for the kids as kind of motivation to throw strikes. Okay? You know, if you're going to throw strikes, you're going to keep giving that kid a chance. You always have a chance if you can throw strikes. But with walks, again, you can't defend a walk. So knowing the kids knowing that in the back of their mind, that strikes, first pitch strike, got to throw first pitch strike, most important pitch in the at-bat, throw first pitch strike. But if a kid, you keep putting the same kid out there, and it's ball 1, ball 2, ball 3, ball 4, and it's the same sequence over and over, you can only watch that for so long. It's going to be a quick pull. Okay, you want to stay in the game, you got to be able to throw strikes. Okay, and we're going to keep it simple. Let's keep it simple. Control this guy, not the brain. Okay, we got to use our brain. Let's control the head again. Okay, so we see on TV all these different windups, everything. Let's start them in the stretch. Okay, all you got leadoffs in every league here. 9-year-olds, no leadoffs for 9, no leadoffs for anyone.
Some leagues do.
Some leagues, okay. So you got a little bit both. Leadoffs or not leadoffs. Let's start from the stretch. Okay, learn the stretch first because the stretch is going to have our basic, our absolutes we have to get to. I have to be able to get sideways here. I have to get here. Okay, wind up. I go from the wind up. A lot of times kids are end up getting here. Okay, I've got to learn this part. Once we learn this part, we'll go over the wind up. You can learn the wind up. The wind up's pretty easy to learn. Okay, but learn from the stretch first. Get into a good position. Hands out in front of our body. Elbows down, not elbows up. Okay? Elbows down, relaxed. Hands are out in front of our body. My feet, when I come set, my feet shouldn't necessarily be shouldn't be touching. Okay? Have some space. You're going to have some guys that might be a little closer. We have some guys that might be a little further away. What you're looking for is if they can get to their balance point. Okay? When I lift up to my balance point, okay, I want to drive my knee up. Okay? My knee is going to go, in order for me to balance, I can't just lift it straight up. Okay? My knee has to come on a little bit of an angle. My toes should be relaxed. Okay? So, and end up, my toes should be pointing down, not up. It shouldn't be tense. Okay? Should be relaxed, should be loose. Okay? Knees should be up. Let's try to get them up to their waist. Okay? Slight angle. Got a guy that's a lefty. Okay? Righty's not going to worry so much. If they cross over a little bit as a righty, you know, you're not really going to use a pick off the third. So if you're crossing over as a righty and they're comfortable there, okay, not a huge deal. A lefty, we want to avoid this foot crossing over. Okay? Being, they're not going to have a pickoff. They're going to have absolutely no pickoff move. So if you have a lefty and their foot's crossing over here, okay, he cannot throw to first base. So especially lefties, we want to make sure we're staying neutral, teach him a good balance point from day one so he can have a pickoff move. Okay? You know, now kids are probably not going to lead off much on a lefty because it's so different. But as they get older, you can start to get confidence. And one of the things as a coach, you're going to tell him, if he crosses, we can go. So if you have a lefty that's just coming up and crossing, okay, it's probably easier to steal on that lefty than it's going to be to steal on a righty. So watching that foot, making sure we get to a good balance point. Another checkpoint for balance point, my back leg should be slightly bent. Not locked out, slightly bent. Okay, chest slightly forward. Okay, almost like I'm crunching my ab a little bit. Okay, hands are out in front in a good, nice position. Work on balance point for a while. Okay, you're going to see kids leaning. Okay, back. Okay, try to stay more upright. Okay, head nice and under control. Again, my nose is out in front of me a little bit. Hands are out in front. Work balance point for a little while. Something they can do every night. They want to pitch, got to be able to get to a balance point. Okay, so at home, they're working on their balance point on their own. Next part from going to a balance point is we're going to over-exaggerate our next move. Okay, our next move when we pitch in full speed, it's going to be knee basically to knee. But I'm starting to come downward. Okay, I'm starting to come downward before I go out. So we go an up, down, and out drill. Okay, ball in the glove, balance point. We go up, down. We're going to come down. My hands are going to start to come down too. Some guys, when they lift, they might keep them down here. Some guys, when they lift, they might come up. Okay, whatever they're comfortable with. Hands and feet work together. So if we start here, hands and feet, if we keep that in unison, okay, our hands can actually come up with their legs. Our hands can come down with our legs. Okay, doesn't necessarily have to be an absolute there. Up, we're going down. Okay, as I go down, Okay, the furthest my hands want to get here is they could break. They don't necessarily have to break on this drill. They can stay in here. They can break. I'm not going out yet, so technically my hands don't have to break just yet. But they can be out. I don't want to see this. So up, down, okay, and I'm hovering on my back side here. Learn to control my weight. When I come down, I'm coming down under control. I'm not stomping down, so I'm coming down under control. And I'm keeping my foot, again, out in front of my other foot, not letting it come back here. Big tendency for kids is their balance point, they're going to put that foot right underneath their butt, not driving their knee up, so they're going to get here, and then when they go down, they're already behind their body. So what's going to happen when they turn? They're automatically going to, even if they do almost a perfect throw, okay, if their foot's back here when they come down, okay, they're going to end up still a little bit off. Okay, so keeping that foot just a smidgen out in front, okay, and that's our down position. So it's up, down, okay, and you control it. Now you go, okay, we're going back up, back to their balance point, down, back down, up, down. Eventually go ahead and tell them out. Out, I'm going to drive that hip right out to my equal and opposite, and have them hold from there. Still no throw, okay, but now, does this position look familiar? Same as our throw. We've got to get here. Again, strongest point. So even though in a full pitch, I'm not going to come to a complete stop. Okay, I'm still getting to my strongest point before I throw. Okay, I'm still getting to that strong point and that athletic position before I throw. It comes that athletic position again.
At that point, are you